Do you feel that you are the person that gets things done, the one that everyone relies upon, the one that stands when everything is under pressure? But lately, you feel that strength that you have, this courage that you have, causes you more harm than good because you are exhausted, you are depressed, you can't even rest. If that is your case, you might be on the dark side of the hero archetype. So today we are going to share with you how the hero archetype create self-sabotage. But before we go further, let me inform you that this is the fifth video of a series that we're making on how archetype create self-sabotage. Now, there is one thing that you must understand before I even go further into this video, and that is the definition of archetype, the understanding of archetype. Now, I already defined it on previous video that you found the link right there on this box. But for those of you that have not watched this video and that is your first time with us, we define archetype as template, as a blueprint. Now, you might ask yourself, a template, a blueprint of what? Carl Jung, which was a great psychoanalyst, he was studying human behaviors and human natures, how we behave, how we understand things. And he discovered that there are ways that we behave, there are ways that we act, there are ways that we see things, we understand things that are common across various cultures, across various societies, and across different persons as well. And he called these models, he called these templates, these blueprints, archetype. So an archetype is a patterns, is a blueprint of behaviors. Now, there is also something you must understand, and that is a mistake that a lot of people make, is they identify themselves with a certain archetype, right? So they identify themselves as the hero, for example. And that is a very big mistake because an archetype is a potential pattern of behaviors, okay? So you might act in different ways in different situations across your lifetime. So you cannot identify yourself as a specific archetype. You might have two or three dominant archetype, but you might behave in different archetype across your lifetime. Now, let us see here what is the hero archetype before we even see the dark side of the hero archetype. Now, when we see the hero archetype, a very good way to understand it is by the definition, by the way we see, we understand the archetype of the hero. The hero is always overcoming obstacles. Okay? So, a good way to understand the hero is any behavior or action that is allowing you to overcome obstacles. And that is a very good archetype. This is a very good pattern of behaviors because, like you and I know, in life, there are various obstacles that you are going to find in your way to success, in your way to achieve your goals. And the behavior of the hero is what will allow you to overcome these obstacles, to go through them, to push forward, to grow. Okay. And that is the reason the hero archetype is a very great archetype because it allows us to move forward. And this archetype help you in the past as well. Because there are certain things that you have in your life right now. You achieve them because you overcame obstacles. If your health is better right now, it's because you overcame obstacles. Okay? You overcame obstacles and you had the discipline and the willpower, the ambition necessary to have a better health, to have a better business, to have better relationship. So that is the importance of the hero archetype. It's allow us to grow and to move forward, to push forward, to have ambition, to change your life, to do better and to be better. But also the hero archetype has its own shadow side because like we always say, every archetype, every patterns of behavior also have a shadow side. So every pattern of behavior has the light side, okay, the importance, the benefit of the archetype, and also we have the shadow side of the archetype. So we are going to see here three signs that proves that you are on the dark side of the hero archetype. Three signs that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype. But before we go further, let me inform you that we do have a free guide on the description below that show you the framework that we use to stop self-sabotage and create any change that you desire on your life. So the free guide is in the description below. It will help you to know the 4 levels of change as well and see which one of them keeps you stuck at the moment. So let us go back into the video. The first sign that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype, a lot of people don't know that, but some of them know as well, but they ignore it. And the first sign that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype is burned out. The feeling of burned out. Now, why is that? Remember that the hero is always overcoming obstacles, is always pushing forward, moving forward, trying to do great, to do better, right? So the thing here is most of the person that are acting from the behavior, from this pattern of behavior, from this archetype, they assign their self-worth with what they are achieving. So if they allow themselves to rest, if they allow themselves to rest for a little bit, if there is no obstacle to overcome, they feel that they are worthless because they assign their self-worth with what they are achieving. So they are always looking for things to overcome. They are always looking for obstacles, right? Because they want things to be hard. Sometimes self-sabotaging behavior that they have is they make things harder for themselves, right? Because they want obstacle to overcome. So they allow themselves no rest at all. So that is the first sign that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype. Now, the second sign that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype is also a very great sign. In fact, most of the people that have the hero archetype as one of their dominant archetype experience this sign. And this sign is the feeling of isolation. Why is that? Because most of the people that are acting from this behavior to overcome obstacles that are in their life or the life of other people, they believe that if they don't do it alone, that means that they can't do it. So that's the reason most of these people, they don't listen to feedback. They don't listen to advices that could help them to do it better. So they often assign that the fact of being strong is the fact of being alone. So that is the reason most of them, they reject help and advices and feedback that could help them grow and overcome this obstacle that they are trying to overcome, right? So that is the second side that they are acting, or that you are acting from the dark side of the hero archetype. Now, there is also a last sign, the third sign that you're acting from the dark side of the hero archetype, and that sign is perfection. And the reason for that is because most individuals that are acting from the hero archetype, they believe that their achievement, the obstacle that they overcome, are directly proportional to their self-worth. So most of the obstacle that they could overcome by trying, by doing, by taking action, they don't do it, they don't take action because they are terrified of being imperfect, of making mistake, because they assign the achievement, the thing that they're doing, with the self-worth, right? So if what they're doing is not perfect, they don't do it, right? Because they assign it with the self-worth. So they are afraid of making mistake. They are afraid of being imperfect. So these are the three signs that you are acting from the dark side of the hero archetype. Now, in order for you to go out of this dark side of the hero archetype, Carl Jung provide us with something that is very important, is very useful to go out of any shadow archetype, and that is individuation. And this individuation always start with awareness, because the shadow, like we always say, you cannot eliminate it, because shadow is the thing that threats the behavior, the ideas, the belief that we are hiding from ourselves and from other people. So one way to integrate your shadow and to integrate the shadow side of your archetype is by starting with awareness and understanding of the behaviors that you're trying to hide, of the traits that you're trying to hide. And that is the reason I always recommend you to use the framework of change mastery, which is a total of 5 steps to stop any self-sabotaging behavior and create any change that you desire. And this framework always starts by awareness, because if you are not aware of yourself, you cannot change anything. And that is also our purpose on this channel, which is to help you understand yourself so you can master the outer world. So you can master your habits, you can master your environment, you can master your goals. Because as soon as you're aware of yourself, you're aware of your behaviors, your thoughts, your feelings, as soon as you're aware and you master yourself, you master the inner world, you can master the outer world as well. So like Carl Jung said, you must start the process of individuation, because that is where your shadow will be integrated. And this process starts with awareness. Awareness of your behaviors, awareness of your thoughts and feeling, and awareness of your belief. Now, if you want to change any self-sabotaging behavior that you have and create any change that you desire in your life, we do have a framework that can help you. The link is always on the description. I'll put it on the description as well. And you'll be able to see the framework that we use to help you do so. But for now, I recommend you to get the free guide that is on the description below. You'll be able to see the 4 levels of change and see which one of them keeps you stuck at the moment. And for those of you that want to start to stop self-sabotage on your life forever, I'll put a link for very few people. There are very few slots available. For those of you that want to work right now, there's a 30-minute discovery call. We can go ahead and discuss together your case and see which plan we can use to help you to stop that and to create the change that you want on your life. So the link is always in the description as well. You can go ahead and schedule your 30-minute discovery call, and we'll be able to be in touch and start your transformation together. But for now, like I always say, please be aware of your behaviors, your thoughts, and your belief. That is the first step towards any change and transformation. That is all for today. I'll see you on the next video.